Hi Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. I'm Matt, this is NBC Stitcher, and this is Flosstube number 8. Today is Friday, July 24th, 2020, and as you can see I've been attacked by a corgi that is just wanting some attention, so he's going to stay here for a little bit. He probably won't stay here for the whole video, but at least for right now he's wanting to be on my lap, so that's where we are. Okay, so today is Friday, which is not a normal day that I've previously videoed, but I'm trying to figure out, trying to try some things different to maybe be a little bit more punctual or reliable in getting my videos up. The last one that I did, I filmed it Sunday and it ended up, well, I first tried to put it out, I think it was Wednesday night, no. Yes, Wednesday night, and I had to do some editing, and then when I exported the video, no sound came along with it. Then I uploaded it and didn't realize it until I had already put it out there for you all to see, and several people started commenting, hey, there's no sound, there's no sound. So I took that, or turned that one off or whatever, and then tried to re-export it from the editing software, and then there was sound, but it was like the video was not the same at the same time, and so it was not great. So I put in the video that I had originally done, and then what the editing I'd done is I'd redone my intro, and so I just went with the original one. The big thing that I missed, which I'm going to make sure I do this time, is I wanted to say thank you to everybody. I really appreciate everybody coming back, and even in this last go-round, you know, the people that tried to watch the first one that didn't have sound, and then when I published the one that does have sound, they were able to see it in comments and everything. So I really appreciate that. I really do enjoy that, the interaction with everybody. So I try to heart at least the comments and give a response back to those as well. Everybody that follows me on Instagram, same with there. I appreciate everything. All of that and the attention everybody gives on all of those kinds of things. So, okay, well, it's also been a short time since the last time I did a video, and since I filmed on Sunday, there's only been 3 projects that I've worked on, and I have no finishes this week. But I wanted to go ahead and do it today versus some other time this weekend, because I have family stuff this weekend. My parents' anniversary is this weekend, and we're doing a dinner in the backyard of my aunt and uncle's house for that. My mom got a copy of their wedding, like the video from their wedding. The videographer was one of her friends from college and had run across it when cleaning through her house, and found a DVD version of it that they had turned it into a DVD at some point, and so she sent it to my mom this last week, and my mom's like, I want you guys, everybody watch it, you know, everybody's a lot younger. This is my mom and my stepdad, so I'm in it. I'm 6 at the time, and some of my cousins are in it, and then some of them haven't been born yet, so, but my aunts and uncles that are younger and everything. So anyway, I think I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a great time, but we're going to be doing that over at my aunt and uncle's house tomorrow evening. I borrowed a projector from work, got permission, and so we're going to try to do that on the side of the house, or on a sheet up on the side of the house, and so hopefully that will be a good time. I mean, there's not a huge number of us. There's 7 of us that'll be there probably, so but we're trying to be responsible and socially distanced and all that, so I'm looking forward to it. And yeah. I also, I did get some more stuff in from Hall, so I've got a few things of that. I'm not going to go over book talk today, but that is something I think I'm going to try to do a separate video that is just that. I think he sees that there is a Bunney in the yard. Maybe not. Okay, there is one, but he can, oh, there may be some barking, so I apologize. And you're probably going to hear it because, as you can tell from last week, my editing is not the best, and I'm trying to figure out how to use a different software or something, or maybe just do it on iMovie on my phone, or I don't know. I'm going to play around with it. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get into it. So I do have 3 whips this week. I have, first of all, I have Winter Deer by Stitchrovia, and I don't have a picture of it. That's not the pattern. I didn't take a picture of it from what I had printed out as a black and white. But it's a Scandinavian style pattern that this is going to be a mountaintop, and then this is a tree, and I've done kind of the outlining here, some of that. I think I had some of that last week, but I know I put in more of this color here. I'm planning to get more of this in to the top of these mountains that goes kind of up here, and then do some more fill in with something else and come back and do some other stuff. But who knows, the next time I pull it out I may pick a different color that I want to work on and just go from there. But I'm liking this. I like these kind of patterns, the Scandinavian style of a couple different colors and to make a pattern like the tree or the mountain or whatever, and this, I don't know how to say that, but this kind of like work in between. It's still going to be a mountain, but it's going to have this detailing, or not really detailing, but the folk art kind of look to it or whatever, of the different things. So I am moving along on this. This is on 18 count Aida from Bestitchme. I don't think this was in my, I think I forgot to add this last week to my notes, so I'm going to go back and do that, and I'll put it in this week's notes as well. But this is I think it's a gray. It looks like her Huntress. I think I don't have a piece of Huntress. No, sorry, Artemis, not Huntress. Artemis, which is a gray, but I don't have that. It looks like what that looks, the picture of it online, it looks like it would be that. I'm not sure though, but it's a light gray, kind of a little bit of blue to it, but not, it kind of looks more blue, I think, than it is in real life. This needle minder, this fox needle minder is from Space Cat Crafting. I bought a couple of needle minders from her a couple weeks ago, and this was one of them. My other one is the RBG needle minder that's on a different project. So that is that one. Next up we have, this is MidCentury Modern Gardens, and this is number 2 that I'm mostly worked on here in the middle. This is a 3-part series by, this one's by Hands-On Design, then the one over here is by Ink Circles, and the one over here is by Summerhouse Stitchworks. And the way it works is there are 3 patterns. Each designer did they have the same border, and so you can do them all in a row like I'm doing, or you can do 3 separate of them, or just one if you just want to do one. But each designer did, there's 3 colors in each, and each designer picked a different colorway to work with, or three threads colors to work with. I picked my own 3 as well, so you can pick whatever you want. Obviously, you know, stitch how you want to stitch it. It's all DMC, but this is 3765 is the solid dark color, and then 4011 is the light teal, and then the coral carrot color is, I always forget this one, 106? Yes, 106, I was right. Okay, so there's that, and then this needle minder is one I made. It's a piece of agate that I got some from Amazon and put magnets on them and glued them on, and you'll see those on quite a few of my pieces. And this is a 32 count Jobelan from Bestitchme, and Earth is the name of the colorway, which is the teal and kind of pink or tan undertone or modeling to it. So I really like it. I think it's looking great on this. I did some more of the border, and so like to finish up here in this corner is like 16 stitches, and I don't want to get a whole piece out just to do that. I'll do it when I'm doing one of the other, you know, when I start working on the border somewhere else. I'll go back in and fill that, or I'll do that at the end when I am getting through everything else. So I'm been working on the teal, filling in that part of the border, and then I just have to do that over here, a little bit up in that corner, and then the coral carrot squares that go throughout. So I am moving quite along in this. I don't think it'll take me too much longer to get this middle block done. They are like 60 by 60, maybe a little bit more than that. So when you do all 3, or 61 by 61. So the border is 7 across. So when you do all 3 together, you're gonna have 183 minus 14. So you can do math to figure that out. I can't do it in my head. I went to law school, not to math school, so I always use a calculator whenever I have to do that kind of stuff, or Excel. Anyway, so that's that one. And then my next one is my Painfree Crafts sale. This is a part of the, or it's a year-long stitch-along that is, a new letter is released every 2 weeks, and it goes all 52 weeks of the year. And the it's digital only, I think. I don't think you can get it printed. But the Painfree Crafts is a designer and company in the UK, and so you can buy it online there, and you still you sign in and download your patterns and all that. I think it's £13 is the amount for the whole thing, which is pretty good. I mean, it's a big piece, and you get every letter in that. I think O came out, it's the last one to come out. I don't remember if that was this last weekend so I don't know if P is coming out tomorrow or if it's going to be next week. But that's about where we are. I am on H. This one I have been on for a while. Last time I showed it, I hadn't even started the H part. Or maybe I had just a little bit. Maybe, I don't remember. But I have done a little bit more, and I'm getting this top stuff. There's a lot of colors in this H, and there are a lot of fractional stitches. There have been fractional stitches in all of these patterns, but usually it's not the majority. The H, it looks like There's a lot of them. I don't know that it's the actual majority, but it's darn close if it's not the actual majority of the stitches. So, and there's a lot of color changes, and yeah, so I'm moving along, but I don't know that I'm gonna get it done this weekend. Probably not, but maybe next week. Luckily, the next one, I, is pretty small and more simple, and so hopefully I can make up some time with that, and that'll be way back over here. But because I only did stuff in H, I didn't even take it off of Q-Snap, and I will be continuing to work on this. And so this is on 32 count white Jobelan, not dyed or anything. I just went with the white. You know, there's a lot. I'm sure there are some like good colors that you could do it on, but there are a lot of colors on it that I think the white's gonna look fine because every letter is so detailed and so different in color from all the others that, you know, it's just, or if you went with something very neutral, I'm sure that'd look great too. Or maybe something that looked kind of like parchment-y, that would look great, I think, as well. But I'm happy with the white. I like it. I like using white anyway, so it's not something that is sticking out to me. Or I don't regret that decision, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so yeah, so I am moving along on this one. And then this is another of my needle minders. I have kept this one on it. It kind of, to me, it kind of looks like an, well, it's not really, kind of like an Egyptian eye of Horus type of look to it. It's not, I mean, it's all blue, but like, it kind of reminded me of that. And then the first letter that you do is A for Anubis. And that one, I just picked it because it seemed to go with that. So I've been keeping that one on here as well. But yeah, it's, there's a lot to it. There's a lot of colors in it. There's a lot of stuff to the border. I mean, the border calls for like 8 skeins of this green and 6 skeins of the cream. You use it. I've already gone through, I think, 2 skeins of green, and I've just done up here. And there's all the sides, and then a whole other set down there. It's a lot. So but you know, especially for all the ones that have like in the Griffin, there were maybe 10 colors, and aside from black and white, which are in a lot of them, you know, you use not a huge amount. You're gonna have more than 3/4 of a skein left. So if you're looking for something to give you an excuse to get quite a bit of DMC, this is a good option for that. It's a good stash builder type of project because you're gonna have a lot left over, and you are gonna use some full skeins up, but I think the majority of it is a lot less. And there's a chart that shows how much of everything it calls for and all that, but yeah. So I also do like, I will say that the way they do their backstitching on the chart, it's like a separate page. So you've got the chart that shows, you know, all of the full and fractional stitches, and then a separate sheet that has that with an overlay of this is the back stitch, and you know, if there's different colors of back stitch, they note it in there as well. But I like that. It's been pretty easy to read, and yeah, it's been, I mean, this is definitely one of those where the back stitch really makes it pop on everything. So I appreciate a very easy to understand backstitching chart to it. So, okay, well that's all of the stitching, and it's still like 19 minutes because I guess I like to talk a lot. But okay, let's move into haul. So not as much as last week, no need to do a separate video or anything. First of all, I got my fabric of the month from Bestitchme, And this is what came. This nice green, black, like, or dark colored, maybe dark purple or something like that. It's a nice color. This is on 32 count Lugana, which is what I get from her. You know, it's a really nice modeling to it. You get it, and it's really great. I think, well, I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for. I have an option, but I also ordered a different option for the same thing. So it may just go into my stash for now, and then we'll figure out what. I'm sure I'll find something for it in the future. You've got, you know, it's light enough that you really have a lot of different, you could do a lot of different things on it. It would look great, so I think it's a really good choice. Next up, I ordered from, this is the first time I've ordered from them, but it's the Cross Stitch Boutique. It was online, and I did I saw somebody or saw an advertisement for them with regards to the release of the new Mirabilia, which is this Miss Dancing flower, to pre-order through them. And if you ordered it, you would get an extra 10% off. I think it was 10 on the chart, and the bead pack and the silk if you wanted to do all that. And so I saw this immediately and was like, I need that. It definitely is a good companion to to Miss Cherry Blossoms, which I am planning to do at some point. I don't have a date, but I have fabric for it and everything. And so I ordered through them. It was the first time I ever ordered from them, but you give me a 10% off. You know, I'm pretty happy to order stuff from you. So, and that came in this week, and along with it, and I got the chart, I got the bead pack, which is quite a bit of, you know, these things, and then the silk, which is Karen Water Lilies, and this is Tequila Sunrise. Yes. Which I had a skein of this because another Mirabilia or Nora Corbett, I think it's Nora Corbett, it's the dancing, you know, glittering leaves, the pixie that has like looks like fall leaves as her, kind of like, as her wings. She calls for it as well. So I had bought a skein of it before, but I didn't know if that would be enough for both of them, and so it's like, well, it's a pretty color. I'm not going to be mad about having an extra skein of, you know, a nice variegated silk that I could do something else with if I have enough for these. And it's a color that Nora likes, so if she makes something else in the future that calls for it, I've got 2 skeins. So, and then she sent me some beading needles along with it, which was really nice. I mean, I didn't order these, but they're number 12. The Beadsmith is the name of it, of the brand. I have some beading needles that from John James ones, but I'm interested to give this a try, and I really appreciate, you know, when the shops or people throw something in extra, because, you know, who doesn't like something extra? So yeah, you never have too many needles, so it's a good thing to have extras of that. And I don't know what that, okay, well, and then yeah, and she even sent me like a thank you and a coupon, since this was my first purchase, if I want to make another purchase from her, that I can get an extra % off of something else. So that's really nice. the timing, I mean, this was something you had to pre-order and she had to get it in and everything. It wasn't, so it didn't seem to be too crazy on the timing. The last time that one of these came out, I pre-ordered it through Fire Poppies, and it also took a while. And yeah, so I'm happy. I'm definitely going to go back and order something else from her. So I'm very satisfied with my, and so this one is the one that I'm thinking, well, maybe this might be a good option. So the called for is a water lily linen from Witchelt. It looks like a little bit more green on here on the picture. This one, I did order some seafoam colored fabric that I think may be better. Sorry for the glare. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I think one of them will look great. Or something else in the future that once it, it's never really set in stone until you actually start stitching on it. Even then, you can restart it on something else if you need to. So there's those. And then the other thing that I got, and this just came in today, I ordered from Top Knot Stitcher a couple patterns. I pre-ordered something from her as well, which was the Elemental Dragons Air. This is the newest ink circles of the Elemental Dragons series, and so I immediately knew I wanted to order this. Also, I had a discount code because Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, had a discount code for Abby Top Knot Stitcher, and so I used that and ordered this through her because I saw that she was doing that. I also picked up another pattern, which was, this is Plum Street Samplers Rack Stack. This is one that there's quite a few of these like animal, stacks, or animals on top of other animals that I have been drawn to or seen, and I want to stitch them. So I went ahead and got this. These are 3 deer standing on top of each other. The fox one looks really good too. The Fox Few, I think it is called. So that's one that I'm looking, I'd like to do in the future as well. And Abby also sent me something as a thank you with my, she sent me a little needle minder, which is very nice. Oh, come on. Okay, and it's this little button. So, I'm gonna use this. So this is the back of her card. So you can see the button right there. It's a little wood button. I think it's wood. Well, maybe not. Well, I don't know. But it's cute. I like it. And yeah, just with her card here. Top Knot Stitcher on Etsy, right? topknotstitcher.com. Yeah, so I've ordered I got her charity chart last month, the birthday for Brianna chart that I showed last week is a fully finished, and then I also ordered from her something else that came with that, and I don't remember what it was, but she's been always been very fast in everything that I've ordered from her, and I really appreciate that. And she uses I'm not sure what kind of mailing service it is, but through the post office, but I get the alerts of it's been received at the post office, it's out for delivery, it's been delivered, all those kinds of things come in. So I mean, usually those things are happening and I'm at home, I'm at work, and it's not like I can just go out and get it, but it's nice to have that, like, oh, when I get home today, I can, make sure to check the mail because there should be something there for me. So, and Brandy at Bestitchme, hers do that too now. So those are nice things to see. Okay, so the only other thing that I wanted to do a little bit of was talk about some plans with this with the elemental air dragons. So I have started earth and I have water. I've not started water, and then I have bought air. But I'm planning to do all of them on Verdal, which is a 40 count even weave. 1/2, and that's what the earth one is, which I didn't bring out here. But so my plan, and I've purchased a couple different pieces of Verdal from Brandy, and I'm trying to figure out my floss and fabric combination. So, you know, air obviously is generally clear, so there's not a whole lot. You know, what am I going to stitch that with? Like invisible floss, which I guess you could do, but it's going to be really hard to see. So instead, you know, sometimes you see blue as a color for air, but blue is also a color for water. And Tracy, Horner, the designer at Ink Circles, she even mentioned in her post about finishing the air dragons that she did the water and air almost side by side because of the similarity between the two, to make sure that she actually got differences between the two different kinds of dragons that she was doing. So I was thinking about it, and I think Zav Stitches, another floss tuber, he is also doing a similar thing as well. We're using, I don't know if he's doing it the exact same way that I am. He has more floss colors, but so for the water one, I'm doing a lighter blue fabric. So as a reminder, this is water, the water dragons, and this is the fabric that I'm doing it on. It's not going to take all of this. It's going to take, you know, half of, or a smaller portion of this. But this is a 40 count Verdal. It doesn't have a name, but it's a light blue with some modeling, and I think this will look great as, and then I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do thread-wise. I have purchased a couple Threadworks. This is one I'm using on another project, but I really like it. This one I also like, and I bought this one. I was trying to figure out if it would work or whatnot. I'm not necessarily married to any of them yet. I kind of like this one still, but there's a couple others. I'm not going to start this until I get earth done, and I may start air before I do water if I have a better idea of the air one that I want to do than the water one. And then I think fire's coming out, and that one I'm pretty sure I have a fabric that will work for that as well. I've also ordered some floss that I think might be a good idea. So in general, the earth one is a lighter fabric with a darker floss, and water is going to be same. It's a blue versus, well, it's also a light blue. But this is more blue than what earth is on. And then air is going to be a darker fabric with a lighter floss, and fire is also, no, I think fire is going to be a colorful fabric with a darker floss as well. I'm not sure. We'll see. We don't even have fire out yet. So this is the fabric that I'm going to use for air. And this is a dark navy colored Verdal with a little bit of modeling to it. That looks really good. It's a really pretty color. Yeah, so I am going to, the two colors I have pulled are these two. I have a Threadworks, and then this is a silk from Brandy, from Bestitchme. So that's my idea, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I kind of like this one. This is Earth by Brandy, and it's kind of It's a little more seafoamy color, a light seafoam, and kind of like a taupe to it in the silk versus the way it looks on fabric. But I still really like it. This is a Threadworks. I don't know that there's a whole lot of variegation to it. There's some, but it's a light blue. That may be a really good one. But anyway, I mentioned last time that I started the part of the nest egg for Threadworks, and so hopefully I will get some more colors. I did pick some just random ones that I ordered the last time I ordered something from 123 Stitch. I know that there's a lot of other places I can get Threadworks, so I like the way the variegation is in those, and the ones that I've used I've been happy with. So I think that's something that I'm looking into more of. Don't know that a lot of designers design with it for cross stitch. I know it's available at some needlepoint stores and some other places. There's one I think here in Tulsa that carries it. At least on the online it showed that it carries it, and I think it still exists. It's not a store that is not there anymore. So anyway, that's pretty much it. One other quick thing. So last time I brought up the I'll Be Stitching Sal, which is going to start August 13th, and it's I'm doing co-hosting it with Becca Sambry Stitches, and she is doing a really cool autumn piece from Plum Street Samplers that has an owl in it. I'm going to do at least one, well, I'm going to have quite a few, but the first one that I'm going to do is the owl that has from Ink Circles, that I think it's Athena Nocturne, or it kind of looks, it's an Athena like owl, like the owl most often associated with Athena. And then there's also this forest pattern of an owl from Stitchy Little Fox that I'm also going to do. That one I've got everything for, and that's probably gonna be the one that I start on the 13th. But I think I mentioned this, and one of the commenters brought this up, that she was gonna do Who's There, which is this pattern from Satsuma Street. I also own it. And so she was talking about what kind of fabric to use for it. And I have two that I think would be pretty good. Both of them are from Bestitchme. This is Happy, which I got a while ago, I think in a Friday Night Fight Night. And so that is definitely one that, this is kind of what I've been planning to do on this one. But a couple months ago, the fabric of the month was Dreamsicle, and it's this one. So it's it's a lighter orange definitely, but you still get some modeling, and I think, I don't know, maybe a floss toss will be the deciding factor, but I don't know that I'm going to start it right now either. So maybe I'll start that in October as part of something for Halloween, because it is kind of more of a Halloween-y pattern. I'm not a big Halloween, I mean I like Halloween, but I'm not a big Halloween stitcher. I haven't really stitched anything just for Halloween. I think I'm more of Christmas, but anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and head out from this. Because it is Friday night, and it's Friday Night Fight Night, and it's about to start, and I want to be able to log in and make sure that I can sit there and refresh with everybody else so that we can actually get something hopefully this week. Good luck to all of you, and if you've participated in that, if you're doing that this evening, I'm wishing you luck from here. You probably won't see it because this definitely won't go up in the next 3 minutes. And I wouldn't be watching Flosstube if I'm trying to get into that anyway. So so you all have a great week, and I will be seeing you, and keep on stitching whatever you want to stitch. Right, bye. Bye.